is one. Oh, PJ fell out. 2, 3 strikes. Should I get up, PJ? Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
This is Uneducated Sports Talk. Stay smart, stay uneducated.
Welcome all sports fans and everyone across the nation. This is episode 67 of Tuesdays with TJ, the NFL podcast. I am your host, Carlos Clayton, with my beautiful co-host, PJ. We're in the building. She said, what up, everyone? And, of course, the main man of the evening, Mr. TJ Tracy. What's up, TJ?
I'm doing well, thank you very much. How is everyone doing on this stream tonight? I hope you're having a great rest of your March. We are in March, right?
We are in March, man. I don't know. You still hungover from Super Bowl.
No.
We're definitely in March, though.
Definitely not. It's just
this is matter of fact, we're like mid-March right now, March 18th.
Oh, man, Christmas was like yesterday. Like
I know, man. Yeah, I learned the older you get, like all of us, the faster time flies. It's just weird like that. When we were kids, it would never end, right? And this is the day that never ends. And then now it's like you blink twice and it's like time for bed.
Oh, absolutely.
And like we're not kids anymore. So when it's time for bed, we put ourselves to sleep. And we don't need mama and daddy anymore.
But how are you today, Carlos?
I'm good, man. I can't complain, man. We got a lot of football to talk about. Before we get to that, though, we got some comments already. We've got D Green 74-64. Says, I hope he goes to the Vikings. It would be poetic. Talk about Aaron Rodgers. We'll break him down in just a moment. And we have Jerry G. The this is Carlos and PJ and TJ.
Yo.
For the least. You ready, PJs? Jerry. Jerry Paul Jr.'s in the building, y'all showing love. We got Andrew say, yo, what's happening, Carlos? And PJ, hi, TJ.
Aye. How are things there? Hope you're having a great one.
That's right. Peter said, what's up, Drewski? What's up, Jerry G? What's up, D Green? And, of course, our main man, Samuel Wilkinson Jr. is in the building, showing love. Says, hi, y'all. What's up, Samuel? How you doing, man? Peter said, what's up, S-Dub? All right, we got a lot to talk about, y'all. Lots to unpack. Although this is pretty much week 2 of the free agency, it's still been some craziness going on the last couple of days. We want to break all that down, man. NFL never, ever sleeps, and that makes our job a whole lot easier.
Yeah, it does. It really does. Even the NFL has mastered essentially the whole year, except maybe 1 month in July, but constant news, isn't there?
Oh, yeah, you're right. I want to break down Aaron Rodgers, man. We know every freaking year, and I know it's kind of like for those who love it, is what it is. For the respect, and for those who are like again, Aaron Rodgers his name has come up now to a few teams now. The Steelers were in talk with him, and those are kind of withered away now. Now the old Brett Favre. The ghost of Brett Favre might be coming back, y'all. Aaron Rodgers is in some kind of conversation with the Vikings that we don't really know about per se, but he's in, once again, hiding, as we would say. But I know. Question is for you. What's Aaron Rodgers waiting for, and what's your feeling? Or do you think he's going to play another year, or does he call it quits? I know we had this. It feels like Brett Favre all over again. This is the Brett Favre conversation we had years ago with Brett Favre. Are you staying? Are you going? And his ability to hijack these franchises on him. What's your gut feeling that's going to happen to Aaron Rodgers, man?
My gut feeling is he... I think he's going to go with it's either the Steelers or the Giants, I think.
Ooh.
Obviously, the Steelers are up in the air. They want that proven vet. Obviously, they just signed Mason Rudolph. It's not going to be him. It's either going to be Russell or Aaron Rodgers. I think with the Russell situation, they're looking at the price for him, if you know what I mean, because even though Russ is still getting paid by the Broncos, I still believe, this is going to be like his last contract, so you've got to make it a good one. When it comes to Aaron Rodgers, like, I know people are talking about the whole Vikings because obviously they moved on from Sam Darnold. He's obviously now a Seahawk, and you've got the whole Brett Favre situation going on there. I just don't know why the Vikings would do it. I honestly don't. We've seen Aaron Rodgers play. He he was good, but he wasn't the Aaron Rodgers, if you know what I mean.
Right.
I know Kevin O'Connor is like a QB whisperer. I would try JJ. I know, obviously, I haven't really seen a lot of him. No one knows what he's going to be. But I'd see what JJ's got before paying Aaron Rodgers a buttload of money. You're just wasting that rookie contract on JJ McCarthy. So I don't know why the Vikings would look at Aaron Rodgers, and I'm just tired of it. It seems like 6 years. Will he retire? When he retire? Oh, he goes into a dark street. He comes out the dark street. It's a big hoo-ha of him announcing that he's going to play for the Jets. He goes to the Jets, obviously. It's not his fault. But then you had the whole drama of him coming back early, and then I'm just tired of it. It's just like, come on. But people, it's still so seriously taken because obviously he's got that pedigree, he's got that legacy there. I just don't think he's the same player. I honestly don't. I don't think if whatever team he's going to go to, I don't think it's going to be as major of a difference as people think it's going to be.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with you. I think two options: either he's going to the Vikings or he's retiring.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't think he's not going to go to New York. I don't know why that Giant thing. I can't see Aaron Rodgers of his Hall of Fame status, going to the New York Giants. That old crazy franchise right now. I don't see him doing that. And I was surprised he went to the Jets of all places. But at least the Jets had somewhat of a great defense to back him up. Now, yeah, I think either he's going to the Vikings or he's going to retire. But for the Vikings to sit back now, they are lucky. They do have McCarthy as their backup, right? Your second option, right? But the thing is, you want to build off that success you had last year of going 14-3, right? Going to the playoffs, albeit just one and done. But is McCarthy that guy, or can you take a Rodgers one more year? Because I think Rodgers, in my opinion, is still a better fit or a better Super Bowl opportunity than McCarthy. That's how I feel. So I do believe that they're trying everything to get to Aaron Rodgers, but luckily for them, McCarthy is their ace, right? In the whole, just in case we can't, because Aaron can wear you down. He's going to wear you down, and you'll have a few times to speak to him. And by the time you get an answer, you probably done pass him on 3 or 4 other guys already. Well, they say, you know what? We do have our rookie that we drafted in the first round just the year prior. So we had that to fall back on. So I think the Vikings are in a good situation, but Aaron also in a good situation. And he was not too keen on Pittsburgh, as the word, and he wasn't too keen on the Giants. And Minnesota might be his best bet, but do you really want to do that and really be like Brett Favre, like literally Brett Favre's path? I mean, if that's the case, if you want to go, well, Brett Favre went to the NFC Championship game his first year as a Viking.
True.
So that might be something that Rodgers is looking at, But
my question is Brett Favre, when he joined the Vikings, playing at the same level, or shall I say, is Aaron Rodgers playing at the same level Brett Favre is back then?
Yes.
You reckon he is?
Yeah, because he played with the Jets, and that year they were not good. That Jets team missed the playoffs. I think they went like 7-9, I believe, that year with Brett Favre, and we all thought, okay, here comes Brett Favre again. It felt just like Aaron Rodgers, dude. Here we go again. I mean, you haven't shown anything since your Packers day, and all of a sudden he went to the Vikings team, and they went to the NFC Championship game. They went 14-2 that year in the regular, 13-3 in the regular season, tied with the Saints. So yeah, I know there should be like a little life in Aaron Rodgers left, a little juice. And you're right, Kevin O'Connell, the quarterback whisperer, will either have a savvy quarterback of Rodgers in his calling his plays, but does Rodgers want to do that? Is this the right team, the right moment? He will get 2 shots a year to take on his former Packers team. So that'd be awesome. That's something that's what Brett Favre was probably intrigued about as well.
Oh, absolutely.
I got 2 shots to beat these fools. Yeah, and I think he beat them both times that first year with the Vikings. So yeah, I think Rodgers is really going to sit back like always, and I think both teams are in a great situation. That's why if we don't want it, we got our guy. If you do want us, come on through, man. Just don't wait till mid preseason to come join us. Hell no. So that's the difference right there.
But you've also got to think of the fact is, obviously, he has lost some of his lure. Like, you don't have to go get his players he wanted, if you know what I mean.
Right, because he's got weapons. He's got
He's got
weapons now.
weapons. But if he does go to the Vikings and it doesn't work out, do you think he will silently sit on the bench?
No.
No?
Rodgers is not no bench sitter. He is not going to do that. The ego is talk. He would not. He would not. We got somebody we'll talk about later on in the stream making a lot of money going to sit down on the bench for the year.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but no, Rodgers, no. Rodgers, wherever he comes to, he's coming as a immediate starter.
Absolutely.
There's no ifs, ands, and buts about that. No, it is what it is. All right, well, I know, especially the last couple of days, there's been a lot of Eagles talk about guys signing, guys getting new contracts for the Eagles. A lot that's going on in Philadelphia. So, we'll let our main man of the evening, Mr. TJ Tracy, break it all down and a lot more, you guys. This is Fly, Eagles Talk by my main man, TJ Tracy. All right, TJ, what's going on in Eagles land, man? The city of brotherly love. What's popping over there? Because I know a lot is going on right now.
It's been a sad day again.
Uh-oh. A sad day. I know what you're talking about.
The legend, the almighty Brendan Graham, BG, number 55, has announced his retirement from the NFL. For 15 years, he is an Eagles Hall of Famer through and through, potential Hall of Famer, on the edge there, but he will always be an icon in the city of brotherly love. The strip sack of Tom Brady in the Super Bowl, Super Bowl 52, coming back after a torn tricep to play in Super Bowl 57, tearing his tricep in the game but keep playing through it. He leaves a two-time Super Bowl champion on the highest of highs. Fantastic player. Apparently, he's gonna sit down with Jeffrey Lurie over lunch and work out how to keep with the organization, which is fantastic. Yes. But Brendan Graham, you had a career. Thank you very much for everything you've done. Enjoy retirement, buddy. You absolutely earned it. And he's like the last one, leaving Pave the Lane, Lane Johnson, who got an extension, by the way, a 1-year extension. Is like
Lane Johnson, make that money, dog.
The last one of like the Andy Reid era, if you know what I mean.
Yes.
We had Fletcher Cox, Jason Kelsey, Brandon Graham, and Lane Johnson were like the last ancient Eagles that are still playing and playing very well. It's not like none of these left on a high. They weren't out playing 1-0 here, which you can tell they've nothing in the tank. They went out playing extremely well. And it's sad to see him go. I've got a BG jersey. But we know it was coming. He said if he didn't make it back to the game, Super Bowl 57, he would have not retired. But come on, it's a perfect storybook ending, isn't it?
It is.
Absolutely. But that's the big news for today. We also obviously signed Pay for Lane for another year. So he's under contract until 2027, I believe, or 2026. Which is fantastic. One of the best left tackles in the game. He plays very well, even if he's got a torn core muscle. He played very well in the Super Bowl. And the big news signing, obviously we've signed most of our free agents, which is Uche and all that kind of stuff, is we signed pass rusher from the Giants, Azeez Ojulari. How can I say his name? Azeez Ojulari, if I said that right.
From the Giants. I don't know if you said it right or not, but I know you're talking about. Yes, sir.
Yeah. You signed him. Obviously, he's had an up and down career. Obviously, he only played 11 games last year, but got 6 sacks. It's sort of like we're hoping to be what Bryce Huff is, but obviously with half the money because it's only like $5 million. So that is a fantastic signing. But it's crazy to hear that the little bit of controversy in the Eagles, because obviously being the Eagles themselves, never happy, always want something. People are calling out Harry Roseman. We've all of a sudden lost faith in Harry Roseman because of the people we have lost in free agency. apart from one trade, I fully understand what he's doing. Like people go, oh, we've lost Josh Sweat. We knew we weren't keeping Josh Sweat. Oh, we've lost Milton Williams. We knew we weren't playing Milton Williams. We are limited in cap space. Mekhi Becton got 2 years, $5 million a year. Bit odd. I was expecting a bit more. You know what I mean? If we weren't going to re-sign him,
Okay.
but then again, we can't pay 5 people on the offensive line
Cannot.
big money. So I kind of knew Mekhi Becton was going to go. That will either be Tyler Steen, the rookie, or the player we got from Houston. Both guards, you know. I trust Jeff Statland. Okay, that's fair enough. Orland Burks, $2 million a year. Okay, bit shocked about that, but we've got Jeremiah Trotter. Makes sense. Slay, Bradbury being released. We knew that was coming. The cap was too much. We've got all Kitty Ringo. Like everything makes sense in my head, even though people are calling for his job already, which is crazy. Just won the Super Bowl. What the fudge?
That sounds like I don't know where you find these Eagles fans. I have no clue where you're going. So it must be some dark area of Twitter or something that you just meet these crazed Eagles fans.
Hatred of the
That just like even a Super Bowl is not enough for these guys, man.
absolutely not. Like I said, the only move doesn't make sense is the CJ Garner Johnson trade, simply because we were apparently very high on Justin Reed, who signed with the Ravens.
Nope, the Saints, baby. Who that?
The Saints.
By the time we take some of y'all's, man, sure, y'all been taking all of us forever.
We were willing to pay Jalen Reed more money that CJ Garner Johnson was owed, meaning there was something definitely going on there. If you know what I mean. Obviously, last week you said he was a bit of a cancer in the locker room.
He's a big time cancer in the locker room. I guarantee is what happened.
Absolutely crazy. But if you think about it, and someone break it down very clearly, the prediction is, what is it? By 2028, 70% of our cap room will be tied up by 11 starters.
Ooh.
Which is crazy. Obviously, hopefully the cap will increase rapidly.
Right.
Looking at what Harry's doing, I think we have 12 picks next year, 7 of them being in the top 100, and we have about 8 picks this year.
Okay.
So clearly, he's just like, we're going to get younger. We're going to load up on this cheap rookie contracts, meaning we can pay a Reed Blankenship, we can play Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith, these sort of core players that I thought CJ was part of, but clearly there isn't. They think they can replace the CJ element without the money. So that's what's been going on. Is Philadelphia, you've got to just trust him. He's taken us to 3 Super Bowls in 8 years. He builds fantastic rosters. Got to trust Harry Roseman, even though you disagree. Remember when people were calling for Harry Roseman's job after the whole Carson Wentz situation?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got third. That third turned into Devontae Smith, AJ Brown, Jalen Carter, and Nolan Smith.
Yep.
Like,
be patient, Eagles fans.
Hey, yeah, just be patient. He knows what he's doing, but it's just a bit disheartening seeing the fans lose, and obviously these players that were so close to the team leaving. But hey, 2024 Eagles looks like we've got Aji Ojulari. I cannot say that name. And amongst essentially bargain bin players to get them cheap, and we might find the next Zach Moore.
You never know, man.
Never know.
We didn't find the next Zach Bond. We had the original Zach Bond. All right, y'all. That was TJ Tracy's Fly Eagles talk, you guys. Let's rock and roll. Go Birds.
On the road to victory.
All right, TJ, let's keep it rocking and rolling, y'all. All you Eagles fans, you got a lot of doses on that one. But we got a lot more to talk about now, more signings going on. And let's break down one of the biggest ones we had yesterday. It's going to be the Bengals, who not just only signed Jamar Chase to the highest paid non-quarterback contract in NFL history by $1 million over Myles Garrett, but also they signed T. Higgins, who had just got franchised a week prior, and they say, you know what? Let's go ahead and give him what he wants now. Bengals signed Jamar Chase 4 years, $160 million. And of course, T. Higgins gets 4 years, $115 million. I will ask you this. Was it a good idea to sign both receivers, TJ? Because you know they need some defensive help.
Yeah, that's interesting. I don't think so. They had to sign Jamar Chase. That is no question about it. He has to be under contract, which I think everyone agrees with, right? Jamar Chase is the priority there.
Yes.
I don't know why T. Higgins signed personally. I think he would have got a bit more from another team. Maybe he just wants to play with Joe Burrow and is willing to, but you've got the whole contract situation with Trey Hendrickson. Like, are they going to sign him? Is he going to trade him? I don't know why, but the Bengals don't do this. So are they finally turning over a new leaf and signing these players? But two players have $66 million wrapped up, and I think that's the highest paid duo in the NFL.
Yes.
So what I saw so the Bengals are going to lose. They're going to score 97 points next year and lose by 99.
Jeez. Man, look, I'm saying right now, I agree with you. I thought it was bad, but then one of my friends, who's he's a diehard Bengals fan,
Yeah,
and, but he's also very knowledgeable of the NFL itself. He was like, word in the street was that was all from Burrow.
really.
Burrow said, "I want T. Higgins. I want T. Higgins." And I think the last thing the Bengals want to do is piss off their star franchise quarterback, who's arguably a top 3 guy in the NFL at his position. So I think that if that's the case, that makes perfect sense then. You know, and all you got to say to the GM is, hey, it's what you wanted, right?
Yeah.
Just go behind us. We got this old badass defense that can't stop a nosebleed right now. So you better score 40 a game if you want to have. So we just re-sign Chase and now T. Higgins. We could have used that money to help us out on defense. But if Joe Burrow, and I'm not sure, but if he had anything to do with T. Higgins staying, I understand. If he did not, shame on the Bengals. Shame. Because you just saw what happened last year. You understand the testament. Defense wins championships.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a good defense with that great offense, that's how you got to the Super Bowl a couple years ago. Well, you don't have that anymore, that luxury of having that awesome defense next to that great offense. Because, yes, you're scoring 40 points per game, but we've seen many times when you've lost 3 games by scoring 38 or more. You lost 3 games last year. Make that make sense. Make that make freaking sense. So I'm saying, like, good luck if you're the Bengals. Yes, you got your guys, Chase and Higgins, but Higgins, he's already shown I'm not calling him injury prone, not at all. But he's also a guy that hasn't had the best of health either. And that would drive me crazy because I'm like, dude, you get paid all that money. Well, what happens if you get hurt now? So I would rather take that money on a plethora of defensive players. And on top of that, you're probably going to lose Trey Hendrickson. There's been talk about him going somewhere the next couple of days. He's
Hello?
Oh, can you hear me?
Oh, I'm back. Sorry.
Oh no, you're good. It went black for a second. All right, we're good. We're back, y'all. But yeah, so I'm like, yo, I don't get the move unless it was Joe Burrow coming from his mouth saying, I need T. Higgins. If you want me to stay, T. Higgins got to come here. Now, he didn't. I remember Joe Burrow after the season, I think it was during the Pro Bowl games or whatever, and he was like, yeah, I think they're going to find a way to keep both guys. And he kind of looked in the camera like, you better. But it was all laughs and jokes. But in reality, he's probably dead serious. I want my guys here. But I'm like, dude, I get it. But it's about winning as well. And you got all the money you want now. It's about winning a championship, especially in Cincinnati. Come on, if he brings a championship to the Bengals, I mean, he'll be forever God over there.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, and you're spot on. Like, defense wins championships, and they've proven that they've got defense issues, obviously, and especially even O-line issues. And you've tied up this money in so much. It's just 3 players. Obviously, Joe Burrow, you have to. Obviously, Joe Chase, you have to. He's your number one. I kind of see this as I wouldn't be surprised if T. Higgins is traded next year. That's how I see it.
It could be, but like Carl Crazy said, I actually thought the Bengals would tag and trade T. Higgins, cap space, and could spend on defense.
Yeah.
Exactly. You would think, though, that was kind of my argument. But I also get it if you're an organization and your best player, your franchise changer, your needle mover in Joe Burrow says, hey, I want this guy. You kind of got to listen to me and keep your main guy happy. So I know there's a tough pickle, and they kind of just went, hey, let's keep Joe Burrow happy, I guess.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I mean it's all right. We got you, but don't be mad if we score 97 points and we give up 99. You know?
Yeah, that's how it feels like it. Because they don't run the ball because the O line's not ready for it. It's just generally we're going to pass and pass and pass and see what happens, which is opposite of what the team that just won the Super Bowl did. It was a run first team. It was a defense.
Yes.
Led team, and then so I don't think they made it to the Super Bowl not with this formula. So
exactly,
it's gonna backfire. It's gonna backfire in their face. I've got that feeling.
I do too. I got a feeling too. But on a brighter note, Houston Texans signed Derek Stingley to a 3-year, $90 million extension. But guess what? Here's a kicker. It's funny too. $89 million guaranteed. He's playing 3 years to make up $1 million because he's got $89 million guaranteed right now, which might be the most like percentage wise guaranteed for a cornerback.
I think so.
89 million out of 90 guaranteed. Good God Almighty, that's about 90%.
Oh, I imagine there's like a CB that signed like a 1-year, $5 million deal and got that like guaranteed. So.
Oh yeah, well yeah. How about big money? How about that?
Big money.
Yeah, let's say big money. Yeah, my bad. Yeah, you're right about that. You're right.
What was it? In the last 2 days, we had so many. We had the LSU guys of obviously Jamar Chase get paid, and obviously Derek Stingley get paid. I think someone did the maths that team was Burrow, Stingley, Chase, Jefferson, an average earning $660 million a year.
Crazy, bro. It's crazy though, for real. That's what it was. Those guys getting paid. Them LSU guys, if you want to get some money, man, be a receiver from LSU. It's just nasty. The nasty what they have going on.
Yeah.
LSU receivers right now.
That was just a nasty team.
That team was just. You're right. That was a nasty team. But one, I would say this though, earned it. He earned all of it.
Oh, yeah.
Derek Stingley. Every time, and I only watched probably about 3 games of Houston all last year. Like literally, like sat down and watched it by itself, and all 3 games he was out there just playing lights out. All 3 games. I mean, in those 3 games I watched, he probably had about 4 interceptions. In those 3 games I watched. As Infinity says, "Go Tigers!" Please up my IP.
Infinity, hope you're doing well.
Yeah, speaking of those Tigers, right, Infinity? Yeah, but every time I saw Derek Stingley, he was making play after play after play, and I loved it. And I'm like, yeah, this kid is, because he was quiet. He got hurt his first year before the season started, I believe, or was it during the season? I forgot. I think it was like preseason he got hurt, and he kind of missed the whole entire year. He came back year 2, and he balled out. And I think he's on year 4 now, and he deserved that extension. 3 years, $90 million, 89 guaranteed. Yes, sir. I love it. And this Houston's defense, they're quietly getting better now. Quietly getting better and getting their guys in the right places. And I'm loving what I'm seeing from Houston right now. They're having a very quiet but good offseason, in my opinion.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. They're having a very, very good offseason. Like they got rid of obviously Larry Tunsil to the Washington, like, okay, that's a good right tackle, but that's a lot of money off the caps, allowing him to sign players like this.
Yes.
and obviously get CJ from us and all that. Like they are building a very good defense, and obviously getting Christian Kirk as well. Like they are very under the radar, but very good.
Yeah, I'm
offseason.
loving what I'm seeing from this team right now. It's all going to depend on Stroud, year 3 Stroud.
Yeah,
Can he take that next step again? Can he bounce back from his sophomore slump pretty much? You know,
who knows? New OC.
got the beautiful Christian Aaron Rodgers says, hey everyone, happy Tuesday. Make sure y'all hit that like button, share the stream, and subscribe to the best UST Nation. Hello, UST family. Hello to Lowe's, PJ, and TJ. Hope y'all having a great day. Peter said, what's up, CR? Yes, man, we're definitely having a great day. How about you? And thank you for coming into Tuesdays with TJ, episode 67.
Yes.
Let's rock and roll. But yeah, we got Derek Stingley, man. But I'm telling you, every time I saw this kid, he was just lights out. This dude was playing no games every single time. He was making a play, a huge play, interception, forced fumble, or a fumble recovery, something like that, pick six. Every time I saw him 3 games, he was just lights out. So
yeah, absolutely.
And of course, what he did in the playoffs as well against Herbert.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean that really solidified it as well. You know,
Herbert's got a dream of him.
oh man, I'm telling you, nightmares of him. All right, let's talk about another quarterback. Matter of fact, from Herbert. Now let's talk about Kirk Cousins. Falcons made a big decision with Kirk Cousins. They decided to keep him on the roster. It was past a certain time where you had to keep guys on your roster, and it gave him a $10 million roster bonus.
Yeah.
Which is basically solidifying that Kirk Cousins will remain an Atlanta Falcon, and not because not just because he's gonna be a backup, but I think in reality, I think nobody wants him in that contract.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what it is. So that's why the Falcons are keeping. Is it wise though to keep Cousins on their roster?
I think they have no choice. If they cut him, guess how much dead cap they'll have?
That's a lot, brother.
$75 million.
Oh, yeah. You got to keep the brother.
You've got no option. Let's have a look at trade. If they trade him pre-June, they lose $37 million. So, but no one is picking up this contract. His base salary is $35 million. He gets a signing bonus of 12.5 and a roster bonus of 10. Like his cap number this year. Oh, sorry, that was next year. That's next year, by the way. So next year, his cap number is $40 million, and then they have to pick up the 57 and the 57. No one is picking him up. They cannot afford to cut him. The only option you have is a backup, and maybe he mentors Penix. Talk about a pick that paid off, by the way. No one expected that. If Penix starts to struggle, you can throw Kirk Cousins in. You know what I mean? Just let Penix, so if there's games gone, instead of letting him get bashed around and potentially a bad O-line, just throw Kirk Cousins in because he's not your future.
I'm telling you right now.
Yeah.
I mean, you got it. I'm with you. You got to keep him. You got to keep him. And yes, he's going to be the most expensive backup ever in NFL history. I get that, whatever you want to call it. Every dog, yes, I'm going to say it. Every dog has his day, PJ. You're right. And what I'm saying is, don't look in the NFL where quarterbacks get hurt all the time. Kirk Cousins is going to be a valuable piece for him, not only in the mentoring game, if he just chooses to do that with Penix, but also in the fact that you still have a proven quarterback that can start for about, I don't know, half the league right now as your backup. Yeah, like he's a proven guy that's going to be ready to go, hopefully ready to rock and roll if Penix were to go down. You know, my question is, if you're the Falcons and you win by 45 in the fourth quarter, does Kirk Cousins play garbage minutes? I don't think he does. You go straight to the third string quarterback. So, but no, you're right though. Falcons had no choice but to keep this guy there. Had no choice but to keep him there because honestly, nobody, and I mean nobody.
He's going to be there for the next 2 years. He is. Like,
I mean, look, you already gave him all that money. I mean, I got to see how it goes for the next couple of years, but like, you never know, you might need him. Penix has shown to be injury prone throughout his whole entire college career. You know, he's missed a couple full seasons already in college, and you know that's why he's like in his mid-20s already. playing. So I mean, yeah, if I'm the Falcons, you made your bed, you laying it. Here we
Mhm.
go, right? And we got a quick question from Captain Jokin. Said Raiders fan here.
Ooh,
TJ, who would you rather have in real life? T Mac and Quishon Judkins or Genty and Jaden Higgins? If BCJ was on this year's draft and T Mac was there too, would you choose? Who would you choose? So this is a question for me though. This is more of a college football.
College, yeah. We don't
Yeah,
get college
yeah.
football over
This is
here.
more college football here.
Right.
So in real life, I'm not touching Quishon Judkins at all. I'm not. Keyshawn, I mean, he's a great college running back, but I don't think his style of play fits in the NFL. It won't fit, in my opinion. So I would say Gency and Jaden Higgins all day for that. And yeah, so I'm gonna go with Genty and Jaden Higgins. I like Genty is more of a pro style running back. I think Judkins, he's more of a third string kind of running back who won't have that much impact in the
Oh, right.
NFL, in my opinion, when it
Really?
comes down to like star status. So,
Fair.
but I think Genty's that guy. He's going to go to a spot that really, 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 really wants him. He's going to be a top 10 pick. As far as Judkins is, he will not be a first round pick, in my opinion. And he might not even be a second round pick. We'll have to find out.
Damn. This is how out of college I thought. I thought most of those names were misspelled.
No, they were not misspelled. Yeah, that's just black folks giving our babies crazy names, man.
Yeah, right. Apologies. I know that doesn't sound good, but I'm like,
we
this
we, we,
can't
we
be
can make
right.
some names up, boy.
Hey, you're talking to a man who comes from a lane where Jonathan and Mike are very still known. You know what I mean? Very boring.
Yeah.
Names.
That those are very boring names. I'm all for having my kids kind of like unique names, but
Yeah,
it
okay,
can't be like just like tongue twisters. You know, you can't. No, you can't do that. Like, you know, my daughter's name Jalea and my son's name Uriah. So I mean, there's stuff like that. It's not a tongue twister. You can
no.
just say it. You have to think about it. King Sean, quick, oh nah, man, you ain't about to be butchering my kids' names like that. Anyways, it finished says it was dumb in the first place to give 35 to give a 35 5-year-old coming off an Achilles tear a 4-year contract worth 45 million a year. I read it all wrong, huh? It was dumb in the first place to give a 35-year-old coming off an Achilles tear a 4-year contract worth 45 million a year. I agree.
Yeah.
And he said, and he also said, and this is why they'll never win a Super Bowl. Who that? Hey, yes, sir. Who that to you, brother? That's right.
Yeah, you're just loving this, aren't you, Carlos?
Oh yeah. Hey. Falcons, keep doing your thing, man. I love it. Hey, Falcons in reality, they should have been dominating us since Brees retired. They should have been. Because all they had to do, TJ, was just keep picking defense.
Mhm.
And in the first round, the last couple of years, they would have had a stacked ass team right now.
But they chose offense. They
And they
chose
kept showing offense, man. All right, don't worry. Bengals about to find out how that feels too.
Yeah, and like they're talking about trading Carl Pitts this year, so look how well he's turned out.
Yeah, but you're right. Yeah, the
That
number
was the
4
first
pick in the
one.
draft. Yeah, no, he was
That
number
was
8
the
pick in the
first
draft. I think. But still, was he 4th in the draft or was he 8th in the draft?
I think it was 8th. I'm gonna have to do
Regardless,
that.
though, I think it was 4th in the draft. I don't know why I keep thinking that.
No way was he 4th.
I think so.
No
Something
one
like
is
that.
picking a tight end at 4th.
Man, they went out for that dude, 4th or 8th, one of them. But I was like, yo, this don't make no sense. If I'm Atlanta, I would have done that. But
Oh
they did.
my god, he was 4th.
He was 4th. Yeah, they went 4th overall. Kyle Pitts, like he was just some kind of the game changer. I'm like, I saw his highlights. He had some nice highlights, but it wasn't like he's gonna wreck the league up. Oh no.
Oh, this was the 2021 draft where everything went like you had Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, Trey Lance, Carl Pitts, Jamar Chase, Jalen Waddle, Penei Sewell. Wow, there was some duds.
Yeah,
before
you think Atlanta missed out on Jamar Chase.
They missed out on Jamar Chase.
They
They
could've
missed
had-
out on Waddle, Penei Sewell. Penei Sewell would have. They need Penei Sewell.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
Patrick Surtain,
Tell you, man.
Micah Parsons.
Oh yeah, that's the main one. I thought they should got Parsons. I was telling them, I was like, if Atlanta was smart, and thank God they're not, but they were smart, they better get Micah Parsons.
Yeah,
I
absolutely.
thank God for their stupidity.
Thank God for their stupidity.
Yeah, man. Thank goodness for the stupidity. All right, last major topic. I want to talk about the Seahawks
Yes.
agreeing to terms with ex-Rams receiver Cooper Kupp on a 3-year deal worth $45 million.
Gone
He's
to the
gonna
rival.
he's gonna pair up now with JSN after Metcalf and Lockett were gone. So it's a brand new kind of offense for Seattle. But Cooper Kupp, who's from the Washington area, so he's home
Yeah.
sweet home, and he's gonna be with the Seattle Seahawks. He was rumored at once to be with a few other teams. Saints were involved as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I heard the Cowboys were as well, so
Cowboys
them
and
losing
Saints.
out.
Cowboys. Adam Schefter has said the Cowboys and the Saints were also heavily involved with Cooper Kupp, but obviously he chose to go home, and getting paid $15 million per year doesn't hurt either.
No, absolutely not.
So you got him paired up now with JSN, and of course Sam Darnold is now the quarterback. So we have a new look Seahawks offense. What do you think about Cooper Kupp going to Seattle? Hey, faces his former team twice a year.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I know some Rams fans are upset with him, obviously going to the rival, going to the Seahawks, and yeah, they're just not upset. Like, oh, you should have shown some sort of loyalty to the Rams, even though they released him, which is dumb. It makes sense for him. He's going home. Washington High School, Washington College, I believe, right? University of Washington.
Yes, sir. I think it was Washington State.
Washington State. He still played in Washington.
Yeah, he's still in Washington. Yeah.
But it makes so much sense to him going back to Seattle. Seattle needs him. It just seems weird because JSN and Cooper Kupp seem like very similar, not players, you know what I mean? But like sort of speedy, not bulky kind of guys, if you know what I mean.
No, that's true. That's true.
Obviously Cooper Kupp's got the injury history. Hopefully he can stay healthy. You want that, but it seems like that team needed a DK Metcalf in that team. You know what I mean? The bulky kind of I'm going to outmuscle the corners to get the ball kind of attitude. But it's going to be interesting to see how that plays. Yeah, it definitely is. The Pete Carroll Seahawks are definitely dead, if you know what I mean. Like Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf, and Geno Smith were the last of the Pete Carroll kind of lot.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the new regime.
Yeah, it's a brand new regime for the Seattle Seahawks now. But I mean, look, Cooper Kupp asked to be traded, so that was from him. He's came out there and said, "I want to be traded." Obviously, that means there were some issues in the locker room. Shout out to the deal, by the way. It says 2 girls, 1 cup. If you're younger and want to find it out, just go on Google and check it out for yourself. If you're smart and wise, do not Google that. But anyways, it's going to end up a real boo-boo for the Seahawks. Just saying. And, hey, you never know. But like TJ said, they are similar builds. Maybe they add more weapons to it. I got to look into more of what Seattle's trying to do with their their free agency and all that to build around Cooper Kupp and JSN as well. But he asked to be traded. And it's funny because there were no trade offers out there. That's why they released him. Because at first they were asking for, I believe, a second round pick.
I heard they got to the lowest of,
and then they went down to a 5th round pick at one point.
Oh my goodness!
And no one. So I was like, whoa! They went down to the 5th. What was their first original option? And I looked at it was a 2nd round pick. Then they went as low as 5, a 5th round pick, and no one budged. And they said, okay, all right, we'll just go ahead and release them then. And they made the comment. They made the stand. If no one's going to budge and take him, we will release him. Mm-hmm. And I think that's more of a, hey, thank you for your loyalty. We'll just release you and you can pick your own team.
Absolutely.
So that's why they're very quick to say, no, we're just going to release him. And he was the MVP of the Super Bowl the year they won it. He was offensive player of the year that same year, I believe. So he had a monster. He's having a monster career, excuse me. So I just think that it was kind of like, we love you, man. You want to go. Sorry that I don't know what's going on in-house, but something's going on the way he wants to leave. But obviously we know about the Puka. We know about that situation now. He's taken over, and now they got Devontae Adams as well over there. So I think the Rams aren't crying that much for losing Cooper Kupp. So, but I really hope that he bounces back from his injuries and have a great year with Seattle.
Absolutely, you want that. But yeah, no, it's been a bit of a crazy off season, if you know what I mean. Just
Oh
so
yeah,
many big time players moving, if you know what I mean.
and these guys are getting a lot of money now, man, which I love to see. I love to see
Yeah,
these guys are getting a lot of money, man, and I think deservedly so, man, for what they're doing. All right, I'm gonna give y'all some quick talks about what's going
oh,
on
oh, oh,
so
oh.
far. Obviously, Miles Sanders had a 1 year deal with
Yeah,
Dallas
that
to
sucks.
join the Cowboys, so he's going to be there. All
Gonna be
right,
sad.
we got
Didn't they also
uh,
sign Jamal Williams?
who?
He was a Bronco, fumbled all the time.
Oh, Javante Williams, yeah,
Devontae Williams,
yeah,
that's
Javante
it.
Williams, yeah,
That's
yep.
it.
He's also with the Cowboys as well. The Titans got cornerback Chidobe Awuzie, and he was released. Excuse me, released. And then with the Raiders signed Raheem Mostert. He
Yeah.
signed a 1 year deal, $2.1 million. So shout out to Raheem Mostert. So that was good for them. The Chargers have agreed to a 1 year deal with quarterback Taylor Heineke.
Yeah, the Taylor Heineke, that's good. We have Joey Bosa going to the Bills.
That's right. Joey Bosa going to the Buffalo Bills. We didn't talk about that as well. You're right.
Yeah, that's an interesting one. Hopefully, I have no clue what to take of it, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, yeah. And
Like,
then the Vikings veteran center Caleb Bradbury, he's going to be released, and so we'll see what happens with that.
stuff's going on. It's very, very odd off season, if you know what I mean.
Right.
We haven't had any major, like, proper blockbuster trades. It's just got a lot of releasing and signings, if you know what I mean, like weird signings.
Yeah, and one more thing, Browns Miles Garrett said he doesn't regret the trade request. His goal remains to bring a title to Cleveland. I don't know about all that.
That
uh,
is weird.
he did say, "Hey, my bad, y'all. I don't regret the trade request, but it is what it is." I don't think his goal is to spend that $40 million a year wisely. I think that's his goal. I mean, yes, he's gonna play his ass off with the Browns.
Yeah.
And but nah, I don't see it. I don't see him, win a championship in Cleveland, unfortunately. But hopefully he proves me wrong.
No, I like Cleveland is not a good place to go.
And then one more, we got a running back, Chiefs running back Kareem Hunt is resigning with a 1 year deal worth $1.5 million with incentives, so he will remain in Kansas City. Him and that duo of Pacheco.
Yeah, that's true. And obviously, Marshall, goddamn Minshew went to Kansas City.
Sure did. He will be the backup.
Minshew.
It was between him and what's that guy name? That's not good at all. The guy, that's another quarterback that went there too.
Carson Wentz? No,
No,
sorry.
no, don't do Carson like that, man. Y'all know before the injury, Carson Wentz was the MVP, man.
Yeah, I know.
God, I feel so bad for Carson Wentz, man. Like he's watching the Eagles just always win now.
Hey, yeah, every time Carson Wentz has been on the bench in the Super Bowl, the Eagles have won.
There you go. That's so funny. That's so funny. Oh man, I'm trying to think of anything else I can think of before we get up out of here. Oh, Dante Fowler is going to the Cowboys on a 1 year deal worth $8 million.
So I don't see any major blockbuster change. Maybe a Hendricks. I can't say the guy from the Bengals, the
Trey
D tackle.
Henderson, yeah,
Yeah, he might be traded. But what I'm saying is, do you see anyone going for that number one pick or trading up in the because obviously
the Titans are not going to give up that number one pick.
No, but do you reckon someone goes for the Browns, try and trade up with the Browns?
Oh yeah, they're gonna try, but I mean, all the power goes to the Titans. You've earned the right to that number one pick by being so damn sorry last year. You earned that right to hold it, so you play out a card. You can agree or not agree to whatever you're gonna do. But if you're the Titans, I mean, if you're really trying to change your franchise again by getting another quarterback, this is the year. You got Cam Ward, Shedeur Sanders. You better get it right now. Otherwise, you may not have another opportunity in the next couple of years to get your franchise quarterback. So get them now if you can. So
no, that makes sense. It's just it seems something. It feels like something's coming. If you know what I mean.
Right. That's what she said. Hey, I'm just playing, PJ. She said nasty. uh,
Oh man.
hey, the Ravens though, big news. The Ravens did which is kind of weird though. Cooper Rush has a
Yeah, that's an
2-year
old one.
deal, $12.2 million deal to be the backup quarterback for the Baltimore Ravens. I don't like that. It's weird to me. I mean, your style is so predicated on Lamar Jackson's skill set. Like Cooper Rush is not that guy; he's the polar opposite. But I guess they said, well, we've had the same person, and he has not done it for us. Whether it be what's his name, Headley, back in the day, it was Henley. It was RG3 at one point with the backup to Lamar Jackson. They had running quarterbacks or similar styles, not skill set, similar styles. But now you had in Cooper Rush, who's a complete 180 to Lamar Jackson. He's going to be the backup for the Ravens next year.
Doesn't make sense.
How you feel about that?
It doesn't make sense because surely that the way that offense is built, you want a team to emulate the quarterback. If you know what I mean, that's why when it was Tyler Huntley, that makes so much sense to me.
Yeah, but I guess they're saying it didn't work with that. Might as well go with the throwing quarterback approach. I mean, because Lamar doesn't really run per se anymore like that. Lamar's trying to be this throwing. So I mean, you can still kind of have the same style of quarterback. Obviously, Rush can't run at all. Not compared to Lamar Jackson.
Breaking news. Free agent wide receiver Malcolm Hardman is signing with the Packers right now.
Okay.
7 seconds ago.
All right. Former Chiefs receiver?
Yeah. Former Chiefs who went to the Jets, then came back to the Chiefs.
Yeah, yeah. They won a Super Bowl after leaving the Jets. That was too funny. Yeah. Signed with the Packers. Hey, what it is. Packers need all the help they can get them receiver. And their receiving core was just good 2 years ago. Then this year they look ass.
Just injuries, I think.
Yeah, that too. But man, no one stepped up.
No, they didn't. They really didn't.
Breaking news. Mecole Hardman, man. He's got Mecole Hardman doing this thing. All right, man. Well, this is a good one. It's a very quick one.
So. We've been going for just under an hour.
Yeah. I like that. We can still have fun after this. Y'all. All right. It's time to wrap it up, man. Any last thing to talk about, TJ? What's up with you, man? If any questions you guys want to ask, now is the time to ask it. We'll answer any question for you guys. So please let us know, and we'll put up on the screen for you guys as well.
Absolutely. My question for you, Carlos, and I had it a second ago. Oh no, I think it's gone. I was going to say, who do you think the next big trade is? Like,
big trade?
Yeah, do you see, like, because obviously the Geno Smith was out of nowhere, like blindsided.
Like, how big is big? We talking like big name or just like a?
I think big name because I can see Tyreek Hill getting moved.
Oh yeah, oh that's a good one, Tyreek Hill.
I can see Tyreek Hill getting moved.
Honestly, I might be a year in advance, man, but Micah Parsons.
Oh, he needs to be gone. I don't like.
I can see like if you want to just give you like I want to give you shock value right now. I would not be surprised that Micah Parsons is traded. Yeah. That's just me to avoid a big contract. But I don't think Jerry Jones is going to do that.
Again, they're having a bad year, aren't they?
I don't think Jerry Jones got the balls to trade Micah Parsons.
Don't have the balls.
Don't have the balls to do it.
It really is.
That's the only one I can really see. Obviously, Trey Hendrickson, like you said earlier, DM for the Bengals, he can be traded too. I've been hearing talks about that in the process. If Max Crosby wasn't signed by this time, I would have said Max Crosby.
That would make sense.
Yeah, but he got picked up, so good for him and made all that bread. Outside of that, I think the sizzle is over now. We're just kind of like army crawling to draft talk now, and we will definitely, we'll definitely do our mock draft in a couple weeks. That sounds fun. To do that, I want to probably we'll just do one, so probably about a month from now.
Cool. Do you? We'll do that's off the stream production. Yeah, no, that sounds right because obviously it's going to be an interesting draft. I think this draft, say it every year, a lot of teams' futures are going to be built. Like the Bengals, this is one of the most essential drafts for them.
Yes.
That they have to go all defense in this
Mhm.
draft to make up that contract, and if they nail half their picks, they're laughing. But they haven't had the history of that, so
Find out, right?
this really is just like, let's see if they can prove us wrong with this contract.
I'd like to see if I'm gonna buy a jersey from one of these guys in a couple years. That'd be interesting to see about. All right, which guy I might buy a jersey from? The future starts now. Yeah.
Also, I've got a question. Carlos, man, where's my jersey?
You're getting it, man. God, dog, you're getting it, brother. You're getting it. Saquon Barkley with the Super Bowl patch. I know all that, man. God, dog. Yeah, he getting that. Hey,
Honestly, I completely forgot about
my
it.
question. It's only the white, right? Because they wore the white. No. What did they wear?
Green,
Green.
midnight green.
So it's gonna be that jersey, right?
Yeah, that'd be lovely.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. Make a show. All right. Cool.
Appreciate it, yeah. Thank you.
No problem. All right, man.
Don't write checks you can't catch.
Yeah, no, you're right. No, that is true. That's 2 years in a row now, right? Oh man, my ass can't catch none of them, bro. It's so funny. Nah, I got you, man. Hey, all right, y'all. We got Butterfly in the building. Say yes, Rodgers is still wanting that ring. You think so, Butterfly?
I don't think so. I think he's going for contracts.
I think Rodgers don't give it. I think Rodgers. No. If you're talking about rings over money, I think he wants the ring. Yeah, I think he wants the ring. Peter said, "What's up, Bestie? How we doing?" And Butterfly says, "Hi, PJ."
Hello, Butterfly.
Let's go. Sammy says, "I'm out. Good, great night. Safe day, y'all. Have a safe night, Samuel." Yes, sir. Always good to see you, man.
I think it's St. Paddy's Day to you guys, or we missed St. Paddy's Day?
Nah, it's St. Paddy's Day. Was it yesterday? I think Monday.
Was it yesterday?
I think it was Monday. I don't know.
I don't know. We don't really celebrate it.
I don't celebrate it. So, but it was. They had a lot of St. Patrick like parades over the weekend.
So, yeah. So you had Mardi Gras and St. Patrick's Day very close.
Yeah, man. You know how we get down out here, bro. It's crazy. So, yeah, yesterday was Paddy's Day. Yeah, I don't celebrate it. So I mean.
Oh well, are you Irish?
No, I'm not Irish. That's what I'm saying. That's why I don't celebrate. If somebody want to drink with me, okay, I have a drink with you. That's about it. Yeah. Cause is the 17th of March was St. Paddy's Day.
Oh, so literally like yesterday. Yeah, I got it.
Rodgers' pride is hurt his Butterfly. Oh yeah, his pride is hurt. I think his rings over money. He's got enough money, I believe. He don't give a damn about a contract like that. But I think he got that ring. I don't know. That's just my gut feeling. My gut feeling.
Fair. I think I disagree there.
I got you.
I think he says the right things to get the attention, but I honestly think it's more money and attention than the actual rings. Personally. But hey, what do I know?
What do you all know, huh? He said not a lot. Hey, okay.
Yeah. Ooh.
Cause I know I'm 0-2 against TJ. I know that. She's an Eagles fan now. She's like, yes, I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Being an Eagles fan now, so you just put him against, put it over me. Oh my goodness! So Rodgers is rich enough. He just wants to be called to play for a team. We'll find out, Butterfly.
We'll find out.
A little man crush of Aaron Rodgers right now. He just wants to play for a team. I don't know. We'll find out, Butterfly. I'm very interested to see where he goes, though, or what he does.
Oh, it will be a story.
It's always a story with Aaron Rodgers. All right, y'all. For the homegirl PJ, I'm your host, Carlos Clayton, and to the right of me, the main man of the evening, Mr. TJ Tracy. And we're back next week for episode 68 of Tuesdays with TJ, the NFL podcast. Carl Cray says, would AR take a back and roll to get a ring? Hell nah. He ain't taking that. I guarantee you that, Carl Cray. Aaron Rodgers ain't taking no backup roll for nothing.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, he was a start. All sports fans, you guys know what time it is. Stay smart, stay educated. Peace. Love you, mama. Love you guys as well. Have a good night. TJ, see you next week, brother.
See
Episode
you next
68.
week.
Thank
Have
y'all.
a great one, everyone. Stay
Out of
safe.
here.
Bye.
Freaking crazy kids.